Thank you so much for the introduction, Axel, and thanks so much for having the opportunity to talk here. So my name is Kristian, and I'm heading up the DaWinci team, and we're quite passionate about making logistics easy. So I'm going to tell you a bit about the logistics domain. So come and join me into the beautiful world of logistics, and today in particular integrated logistics management. And to be frank and honest, using the word integrated shouldn't really be necessary in a headline like this, and I'm going to tell you why that shouldn't be the case and how we can mitigate that together. So, to put it simple, I mean, logistics is all about getting the personnel and the cargo to the site for the job to be done. Simple as that. Or is it really that simple? Of course it isn't. I mean, everyone on the call, they know that it's not that simple. So I'm going to take you through what I see when I bring this statement to the world, to the market, and what is the sort of feedback and how does it actually look. So this is a bit messy picture, but I'll take you through it. So on the right-hand side, you see an asset. That asset can be an offshore wind park, it can be a rig as it is in the illustration, or it can be an onshore facility. And the job to be done on that site needs to be planned, and that is done in a planning tool. And then that planning tool, that leads to resource requirements, because you need personnel and you need equipment. So the personnel is sent in the top supply chain, that is the personnel logistics supply chain, and then the equipment is sent in the cargo logistics supply chain at the bottom. And as you can see in this illustration, these are completely disconnected. So the personnel logistics, cargo logistics, no connection whatsoever. But it doesn't really stop there, because in between each of these elements within personnel logistics supply chain and cargo logistics supply chain, we actually don't really collaborate well between those either. So this is a big mess in many cases. And this is compensated by putting in between Excel spreadsheets, put on SharePoints that we talk about as collaboration, and then we compensate with emails, and we compensate with phone calls. And this is not really how we would like to do it in 2020 and beyond. So this is a big challenge, and being able to coordinate this in a better way is naturally an evident next step to look at. So how could it look? Because in this view, if you have one expert with his equipment going to your site to do some work, and the expert is sent in the personnel logistics supply chain. However, there is a lag in the cargo logistics supply chain, and the equipment won't get to the site. All of a sudden you have an expert on site, but you don't have the equipment. Or vice versa. If you have rental equipment on site, but you don't have the guys going to operate it, well, that costs a lot of money, and that may impact your whole operation. So, as said, we're quite passionate about making this whole view easy, and this is how we envisage integrated logistics management being. Basically connecting all the pieces of the puzzle into one. So in this context, bringing together the job to be done on the site from the planning tool, cascaded into resource requirements, into interconnected supply chains, where you get an overview and transparency of who and what is where at any given time. So this integrated view is not science fiction. It's there already, it's available, and it's something that we really see as a foundation for the time ahead. I mean, being able to bring together the pieces of the puzzle that earlier on was split in different departments, it's simply beautiful. And I think that planners and logistics operators and site managers, all of these need to come together in one holistic platform in order to make logistics easy. So that is what we're quite passionate about, as I believe you can see. So what's the next step? I mean, how can we take this even further? And we strongly believe in taking this further through optimization, because the foundation of integrated logistics management enables you to put on an optimizer on top of these processes, which can start out as a decision support type of tool, but then can develop into becoming something that you trust in a way that you let it take your operational decisions for you. And this is something that we're actually working on today. And it's fantastic to see the engagement in our customer community in this respect. And being able to leverage optimization, while on the other hand, looking at the user experience, the duality in that, we're going to touch the application less, while at the same time, we need to have it more slick, simpler, and cleaner when we do so. So this is a fantastic challenge that we love, and leveraging the potential in optimization is going to be huge for the way forward in making logistics easy. So that was it from me, but I would love to talk more to you guys. So on the screen now you see a QR code, and if you scan that, you will have the opportunity to talk more with me and with my team of experts, where we can dive into your logistics operation. And maybe it's perfect, but then I would love to see that as well, and I can learn a bit, and I think it's fantastic. So I can promise you, worst case, you get a good cup of coffee and a chat, and best case, we can make your logistics easy together. So thank you so much, and scan the code.